Hey, new investors, Dale here. So let's get you started on your investing journey. This step can help play a major role in your life, possibly changing the lives of those who come behind you. So let's go. So to help you get started investing in mutual funds, I'm going to use the help of Danny Sully, a young man with videos that help people learn how to set up an account and start investing with Fidelity Investments, one of the largest investment companies in the world. Look, it really doesn't matter which investment company you use. If you know of others like Vanguard, Charles Schwab, or other type companies, and feel free to use them. But if you don't have any that you know of, Fidelity is a great one to use. They were founded in 1946 and will have all the tools you need throughout your life to become financially successful. Again, Danny's got two great videos that you see here that I'm going to use. Thanks, Danny. And as always, I'm giving you wisdom, not advice. Seek help from a financial counselor if you need further help. So let's get started helping you set up your first investment account. Here we go.
Alright, so let's get straight to it with the first being setting up your account on Fidelity. Before you even think about buying all your Bobby Shrimp Corporation stock, you have to know what account you even want. There are multiple ways to see this, but the easiest is just searching what you want on Google, for this case Fidelity accounts. One of the first links to show up will direct you to a page where you can see many of the options that Fidelity offers.
All right, so before we go further, let's talk about account types. We're going to use a traditional brokerage account. And some people might ask, why not a retirement account like a Roth IRA or a regular IRA? Here's why. The key right now is learning how to invest. Understanding investing matters more than tax benefits at this stage. The second reason is flexibility. If you need funds earlier in life for major purchases that you're going to have coming up, like furniture, dishes, or even emergencies, a brokerage account allows you to sell shares without early withdrawal penalties. Now, let's keep going.
As you can see, some of the accounts are for retirement, typical investing, crypto, savings, if you're self-employed, investing for a child, and even the different ways they can manage your account if need be. So with that said, there are a few steps you're going to have to go through, but it should be pretty simple as long as you know your own information, which I hope all of you do. Now, I actually did go through the steps right here, and it took me about 10 minutes to do, but I have everything blurred because there is confidential information like the home address, social security number, or your driver's license that you need to input in order to prove your identity as yourself. And the only issue that I really came upon was that I had to redo it once because I didn't realize that the legal name that I had to input was actually the full name, including the full middle name, no initials, or else it would not work. But the nice part is, for both sides, when you go to sign up or start this account, it is going to be activated instantly so that you can begin funding. So because of that, let's go over funding your account. The process for this is pretty simple because all you need to do is click add funds on the app once you have that started, or on the website on the top left you can click transfer.
So at this point, Danny's going to show you how to add funds, how to add money to your account. And before we keep going further, make sure you can locate this option on the Fidelity dashboard there. So most of you probably already have a checking or savings account at a bank. That's the easiest way to send money to your mutual fund account. If you don't have a bank account yet, then this is a good time now to set one up. You'll need it in the future, especially when you start getting paid from a job. And with direct deposits, you can easily transfer money from your checking or savings account into your investment account, say at Fidelity, and start investing automatically. So let's keep going.
Both options will lead you to identical ways of sending your money to Fidelity's account that you have just created, but for this case, I'm going to be doing this directly through the bank. It's pretty simple because if you have a big bank, you can click on that specific one and enter your account information, then go through an authentication process, and from there, you can then use that bank to transfer funds into your Fidelity account thereafter. And this time you can actually pull it from that exact account because it'll be loaded in the app or the website, and then you'll be able to fill in the rest of the criteria of however much you actually want to send. So as you can see on the phone, I did that, and it says that 1 to 3 business days is how long it will take until the funds settle, and from there, I know all you've been waiting for it, you can purchase your Bobby Shrimp Corporation stock, and probably more so the S&P 500.
So the mutual fund Danny quickly showed, the S&P 500 index fund, is one many advisors like for most beginners. It's a great place to start investing. More on that in a little bit.
Another feature I like about Fidelity is the amount of data that it shows when you research any particular investment. For example, one of my favorite investments is the Fidelity 500 Index Fund, so if you search that on their platform, that's FXAIX, it will take you to a page that covers everything on that particular security, so I can view its previous returns, current expense ratio, top holdings. I can see a complete overview on the fund, get a deeper scope on what's actually inside of the fund, what the dividend history has been, and so many more things that I'm just going to stop there. Starting off with the first of these 6 is the Fidelity 500 Index Fund. Ticker symbol is FXAIX. Now this fund is the most popular, which is why I've discussed so much of it in this video already, but it resembles a broad scope of the US economy, including the 500 top publicly traded companies in the U.S. exchanges. The fund.
So by investing in this mutual fund, the S&P 500 Index Fund, you're essentially buying into the 500 largest companies in the country, companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, and this gives you a well-diversified start in the market.
The fund charges an annual 0.015% expense ratio, and since its inception, when it was created, 1988, it has averaged over those years an annual return of 10.1%. Now let's talk about how to actually buy them. Now once you have an account to buy a specific index fund, you're going to click on the top right magnifying glass and you're going to search the specific fund. For this case, let's say the Fidelity 500 Index Fund, FXAIX is the ticker symbol. From there, you're going to be able to see all the statistics for this fund. Looking at the top right, you can see where it says buy or sell. You're going to click on buy if you want to purchase it. So now it's asking to select which account I want to purchase this through.
Again, I recommend using a regular brokerage account for the reasons I mentioned earlier. If you're in your teens or your early 20s, you have decades ahead for retirement savings. So right now, learning how to invest is more valuable than locking up your money in a retirement account.
This is going to be in my Roth IRA. That's what I select. I'm going to click on go. Then I'm going to double check everything is right. So this is going to be traded under a mutual fund in my Roth IRA. This is how much cash I have available to trade. I'm doing this under FXAIX, which is the Fidelity 500 Index Fund. Action, what I'm going to do is click on buy. Now I'm going to look at a preview of this order. That is going to show me all the details, and if I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to click on place order. As you can see in the yellow pop-up, it says this trade will be completed at the next available price. And that is because of what I discussed earlier in this video, where index funds, mutual funds, they only have transactions once per day, and that is when the market closes. All right, so now that you know some of the top index funds you can purchase, before actually purchasing them, you need to have a plan toward building your portfolio. Something extremely valuable that I came across was this quote by the legendary investor Benjamin Graham, who says, "The best way to measure your investing success is not by whether you're beating the market, but by whether you've put in place a financial plan and a behavioral discipline that are likely to get you where you want to go." Hopefully, there is no perfect plan that you could take, but when you decide on something that fits your own position that you are happy with, the most important thing after that is the discipline to consistently invest and realize why you're doing what you're doing. So as far as buying or selling securities on Fidelity, don't overcomplicate this, because once you do it a couple of times, it'll be really easy to continue doing thereafter. All right, so that about covers the different tools that you can use when managing your portfolio. Here are my final thoughts to everyone investing and using Fidelity. First, do your own research. Second, have a long-term plan. Third, stay disciplined. And fourth, automate or stay up to date with your portfolio. It's amazing if you just take the time to initially understand the platform and benefit from any of the tools that I've mentioned, because in the long run, it'll be super easy for you to keep this going.
Hey, again, a big thanks to Danny for his content. If you want to dive deeper into investing, you can check out more of his videos. That's it for this walkthrough. If this was helpful, take action. Go open your investment account, fund it, and start investing today. And now, go be great.